All right, so we're just gonna do a quick trend review and see what the moves were. So market rallied right here, 162 stocks, biggest wave in about 10, biggest volume in about 10 waves. Definitely changed behavior, but when it came back pretty strong. That's not what you want to see. So although this worked, you wouldn't take it because there's no evidence of weakness. It's actually before the change of behavior that there was evidence here. Right? There was evidence here. That's where this is the weakness. This is the hinge. Typically, once that happens, this is evidence of lack of supply or lack of demand. All right, and that's where you get the move. The hinge is the hinge between, is a delimiter between the end of accumulation or distribution and the start of either markup or markdown. That's what it means. Anyway, I'm looking for it over here, but it came on the left-hand side. It sometimes does that. And there's no trade. But when the market rallies over here, it gives a nice little pullback and it goes up. But the problem is they did a spring. Meaning this move here is a deliberate move to shake out the stops. The stops are right under these lows. So this move, you see how here you have higher highs, higher lows, but here you have a lower low? That's because this was a move down deliberately to shake out the stops under that level. Whereas over here, you make higher lows. So it's clear evidence that, yeah, you have the spring maneuvers and all that. Anyway, so let's just call this a miss. And over here, what do you have? You have your selling pressure and your lack of demand. And similarly, you have that hinge-like behavior here, a little bit here. So then the market, again, they have this tendency, they don't really form all the time lower high, low, low, or higher high, higher low, because they spring an upthrust. They want to get rid of the weak hands. Only way you could do that is by going at least against one level. So in this case, again, right here, against this level, they hit that level to do a stop run. Otherwise, you see very clearly there's a lack of demand. You have that hinge. Right, you see that? And it's ready to go. But a lot of times, what happens is it taps into a level, and then it uses that level's buying pressure to do an upthrust or a spring. Here, they tap this in order to do what? Take these guys out. But if you're astute, you realize that right here is 1,100 shares, that the selling is renewed. It was down, up, down, problem. Right here is the selling is renewed and initiates the down wave. There are some tests and some pressure, from the support levels. And when that happens, it's all you need to know is that that's a test. Because when it hits a support level, you need to be ready, especially an untouched support level, you need to be ready for it to rally and then see which areas you can use. So this was a big wave, so it could have changed trend off of this level, big wave, little wave, then goes up, but there it just continued down, down, down until down. All right, so what do we learn here? We learn a couple of things. One, we learned that you always have to use judgment. All right, yeah, and you also have to, when your stop placement, you have to take springs and upthrusts into account as well as levels. that are untouched, because attempts to continue trend will come from that level, right? The other thing I want to point out is why this type of approach works is because for market to go from point A to point B, where point B is higher, the market must, the up waves must be bigger than the down waves. There is no other way for the market to reach a higher price objective. The market must, I repeat, up waves have to be bigger than the down waves. This is a fact. This is mathematical. You cannot go higher unless your up waves are bigger than down waves. And you can't go lower unless your down waves are bigger than your up waves. So this is, you can take advantage of this by looking for a change in trend. When here in an uptrend, when it's going to become a downtrend, what has to occur? The down waves must be bigger than the up waves. There's no other way for the market to go to a lower price objective, to a lower price without this. So that's what you want to look. In an uptrend, you want to look for the down waves to be bigger than the up waves. And once you see that, that's when you have to start using judgment and expertise to see if it's really a change in trend or it's just like a little pullback, how strong, and quantify it, how strong the waves are. How do you do that? Do it 3 ways: price, time, and volume. The distance of the wave is the price, the time is the duration, and the volume is obviously the volume. So, and also you will see that when this happens, they're confirming indicators, not indicators but facts, and you want to take advantage of that. So any real Wyckoff trader understands this. Like, Wyckoff trader knows everything about trend. That is your specialty. Your specialty is trend. Just like, yes, a programmer's specialty could be in a programming language, or any profession has a specialty in a certain thing, a certain area. A trader, a Wyckoff trader's specialty is directional trend. Anyway, I'm done. So what do you take away from this? In an uptrend, if you're looking for a turn, look for the down waves to be bigger than the up waves. That's really it. And be able to have the expertise to judge the waves from multiple angles, at least price and time, and then you can add volume as well, and then just look for nice spots. For example, where is this? That volume there at the high, when it failed, there was a problem. Right here. This I don't know what to make of. This is high volume, but a little bit you understand, because it's high volume. Why? Because it's probably coming off of some level right here, but it failed, Then here was a really good spot. Really good spot. You see that red? See big red there? That's saying strong hands, So sell against that, taps in, and continues lower. Anyway, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.